No, 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 no. Yeah, getting true combo like that, not cool. GG, buddy. Is the buff that was done to AXES in patch 108 enough to make them a threat to the meta in Elden Ring? Short answer, not really, not really. So the buff that was done to them in patch 108 is pretty significant. We have two different moveset of AXES. We have the Hatchet moveset and the main global axe moveset. So with the Hatchet moveset, it got a buff in his one-handed R1 by 17% faster and in two-handed R1s by 9% faster. The other axes got their one-handed and two-handed R1 8% faster and the power stance moveset by 22% faster. What they also got is a speed increase of some attack and distance of some attack. So what they mean by distance is that you're actually traveling forward a little bit more than before in order to be able to catch your opponent and to have some more range in some sort of way, and the speed of it, so the attacks comes out faster, not by much, but still it is welcome. And they've reduced the recovery time, so you basically can roll out of attacking, you can attack out of attacking, you can guard out of attacking, and you can also, you know, do an Ash of War out of attacking. So this is what they mean by recovery. So now, problem with AXES is that they are in the same poise damage category as the other small light type of weapons, so katana, spears, curved sword, twin blade, and straight sword. Those attacks do a small amount of poise damage, and their poise damage have been reduced in patch 108. So the question lingers, what can AXES do better than other weapons can't? And basically AXES cannot do anything better than other weapons can't. That's really the problem. Their range is not particularly good. It's actually pretty bad compared to like katana, straight sword, or spears, or even twin blade. Their damage is high. I think this is really the main key that we can take out of AXES, is that the damage they do is pretty significant, but it doesn't matter how much damage you do if you cannot hit your opponent, right? So how can you make them work? So I put out a little trick up my sleeve, and that trick is called Barbaric Roar. Barbaric Roar is an Ash of War. It's a bit special, got patched in patch 107 if I'm correct. So in patch 107, what we've seen coming with the buff to Barbaric Roar is basically a duration length, so it lasts a little bit longer. But you're going to ask me, what is the Barbaric Roar doing? So Barbaric Roar is basically giving you more damage to your overall AR, so your AR gets boosted by like 10%. And you also change your R2s into some kind of crazy savage combo. That's how they describe it in the description of the Ash of War. But what they don't tell you is that it's actually a true combo. If someone is getting hit by the first attack, they get hit by the second and third attack if they get staggered. But they will probably, most often than not, unless they are training with you in some sort of hyper armor motion, they will get staggered by your R2s, because your R2 do about 133 poise damage. So with that being said, what you also get with Barbaric Roar that you don't get, you know, with your regular R2s, is that you get a crazy amount of hyper armor. So you have a hyper armor that allows you to trade with most things in the game: jumping colossal attack, jumping great spear attack, you know, charge R2s from colossal weapon. You can tank pretty much anything. So this is basically what we do with this little Warp Axe. The Warp Axe is really the outlier in the axe category because it has a lot more damage than any other axe in scale. S in scaling, in the strength attribute, so you get, with Barbaric Roar active, you get 803 damage for a weapon that comes out quite fast. You know, the R1, the speed to the R1s is pretty welcome, and now the axes can definitely be used if you really like this type of aesthetic. Me, I'm not a big fan, I'm more a sword type of guy, but if you do like the axes, you can definitely make them work. I'm not going to say you're going to destroy everybody and you're going to win most of your fight, because you probably won't, but the tactic here is really to activate Barbaric Roar at the beginning of your fight, and then to try to trade, to trick your opponent to trade with you. Very often you will see someone with a great sword or a great spear thinking they can, you know, rush you and trade with you, but if they get hit by the first hit, hit, they will get hit by the full combo of your R2s. Again, the hyper armor comes out super quick, and you can dash out about 1,000 damage, maybe 1,300 depending on your opponent's resistance and armor. So you basically can really trick people. Once they got hit by a true combo, they're very close to death. So basically now it's your job to or trade into another R2, or, you know, be sneaky with your attack. So running R1 is pretty good. Neutral R1 is also pretty good. Very good at roll catching if someone is rolling next to you. But the problem is that since you have a light poise damage, you will not stagger them very often with your first R1. So this is pretty much my review on the AXES. A quick word about the build. We are on a strength build with 69 strength, beautiful number, right? With 37 endurance to be able to wear all the armor I want without relying on the Bull Goat Talisman, and 60 vigor, don't go below 60. I have 13 dexterity, but those are pretty much lost point because I'm a vagabond, but you should go on a hero. And the star of the show, the things I haven't mentioned, is that we are pairing it with the Roar Medallion and with the Highland Axe, which are both buffing our damage on our R2 with the Barbaric Roar, because yes, the AXES is actually giving you 10% more damage on your R2s, and the Medallion is giving you another 15% damage on your R2s with the Barbaric Roar. So you basically got an overall 25% damage increased with using those two tools. You just need to have the axe on your offhand, and you can trade people and just, you know, go to town on people. So yeah, that's pretty much my take on AXES. Not too great, fun weapon, cool weapon, not my favorite, but maybe people will like it. That was it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. If you don't know what to comment, you can just say thank you. It's always super appreciative of you, and it helps me in the YouTube algorithm. It was Valentin. I love you guys, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye. My super OP axe setup. I can voice through that. That's a trade I'll take. Maybe roll catch. No, the range is a bit small, so no roll catch for me. Let's cure that thing. Roll catch 676 with 1 R1. Maybe, no. A few hit here and there just for the sake of it. Good spacing. I was out of stem here, that was dangerous. Oh, I'm out of a war cry. Oh, the spacing was good. There we go, GG. That was the Barker knife bait. It's not the Barker bomb bait, but it's the Barker knife bait.